about how they're doing so far this season there?
Well, you know, we've come out in the 3 game. Well, I shouldn't say a second game we were not quite as good, but we've come out with some energy and been pretty good defensively and really taking people out of what they've wanted to do. I think in fairness, we've probably been a little bit better than our opponents, and our energy has allowed us to take them out and it's given us the opportunity to board the ball and run the break and given us a pretty good lead. The obvious concern is that second half we're not quite, I think is probably human nature. You're up 27, that we don't have that same intensity, and we've been a little bit lax. We've also substituted. I mean, you look at the numbers and you know, 25, 26, 27 minutes. Yeah, that's kind of what we had intended to do if possible, but we've got to get to where we can still get the same level of intensity coming off the bench, although Harper and Jorge are obviously our 2 best defenders that kind of make that whole thing work. So, you know, you saw a little bit of glimpse of what Austin P can do. They're very athletic and have some people that can score the ball. I thought Jorge did a nice job on Edmondson, kind of getting into his head a little bit early and not giving him anything, and because he's very, very capable. But at the same time, Melvin Baker, who didn't play the first half, came in second half, was pretty good. We had a little bit of trouble there. So it's a growing process, and we've got, you know, we've got a lot of sophomores and guys that don't have a lot of experience, probably 4 or 5 guys that are sophomores or freshmen that we're trying to get minutes for, and you know, trying to get them to figure out what we need to do to sustain the same level.
Are you eager to see what you can do at a higher level of competition starting Monday?
Well, I'd just soon have 3 more home games if we could work that out. But obviously, when you know, move up to the finals, you know, whether it be the Garden or wherever, when they bring the 4 teams they want, you're going to be playing against bigger, stronger athletes, guys that are capable of making plays on their own. So it'll be a bigger challenge for us, no question. And you've got 2 games in 2 nights. It will be quite a challenge. When we went to Florida last year, you know, Notre Dame handled us pretty good. Georgia was there, so we know what we're up against. We're going to have to be better for longer.
Mike, can you talk about Brandon's score game tonight? No turnovers.
Brandon was good. There's still times, I think, when he, for example, gave the ball to Harper, and Harper charged. Well, he shouldn't have given the ball to Harper, and your point guard's got to recognize that. You can't put your teammates in jeopardy. You've got to see the whole floor. You've got to orchestrate the game. You're a quarterback on the floor, you know, and you've got to see what you're doing and where everybody is and what's likely to happen. But he did have a good game. He was better, aggressive, more aggressive offensively. He was good defensively, and when you don't turn it over at the point guard position, that's good.
Like, do you like the looks you're getting from the perimeter and the 3-point lines? Some of them aren't falling.
Well, Allen's not going to have a game like that.
Right.
There's no question. Jorge felt it early, and the reason you have a team is that you go to the guy that, you know, you feel like has an advantage. Jorge was feeling it. We probably should have gone to him a little bit more. You know, Harper was good. Could have gone to him a little bit more. Allen was struggling, but I would, you know, I don't know the next time that's going to happen. He was getting pretty good looks. He's a great shooter, so we have every confidence that that's an aberration. But we do need him. There's no question about that.
Like 3 games, and Kravitz getting more playing time. He's been seemingly improving in these first 3. Is that due to the level of competition, or is he?
No, I think
he's
going to be. He's going to get against some big old burly big guys where they're going to, you know, take him down low and try to punish him a little bit, and that's going to be a real challenge for him. But again, we wanted to again, with trying to not run people out minute-wise, you know, that means somebody had to play better. I think David did a good job on the hedges. He did a reasonable job on the boards, although he didn't get much. Tends to make the open shot. Sometimes a team that's quicker, it's not the best situation for a couple of the other kids, and they're maybe not as quick at point of attack. There'll be other games when we need to do more with other guys like Bach and Powers. But in this particular situation, we're fairly pleased with what David's doing.
would you ever consider starting him, or is that?
Why would I do that?
Well,
I mean, it's,
just a question.
it's just, you don't, try not to make too much out of the starting thing. It's just not, we've got a basketball team, and if everybody does their job and we win games, we hope everybody's happy.
What were they doing so well in the press that made you guys uncomfortable at the end? Was it just they hadn't seen it before?
Oh, they were, they're small and quick. I mean, we knew that going in. If you looked at them in warm-ups, I think probably their heights were probably not even what they said they were listing them at. They were lean, they were small, quicker athletes, and we kind of looked at in warm-ups and said, oh, this is not a very big team. They got up into us, and we had different combinations of players in there. And mostly, I don't think we turned it over that much against pressure, as much as came down and took quick shots that we weren't making, which changed the tempo. So it was the pressure in terms of them speeding us up, but we did have other people in there, and we haven't spent a lot of time on press break and what we're trying to do in terms of where we are. And for them, they were in a kind of a no-lose situation. They had nothing to lose but to try to get after us. So I'm not too concerned about that.
Mike, do you expect to have Thurman for the Kansas City games?
Not going to let him do anything till Saturday. We'll see then whether he's ready to go.
When do you leave on Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday afternoon after practice.
Anything else? Okay.
All right.